that was a bit of a gong show. Getting to this client here. The traffic was a lot worse than I anticipated. So I will just get started here regardless. Take this off my charger and throw this back on the phone holder there. I'm gonna have to turn the camera around. Yeah, so that was a lot worse than I anticipated, the traffic going from that last house to this one. I took the shortcut and it took me what was it like? What did I say? I said it'd be about 10 minutes if I took the shortcut, and it was probably close to 15 minutes taking the shortcut there. 317. Yeah, it was just so much traffic already at 3 o'clock. It's crazy. If I want to continue doing this particular lawn, then I'm going to have to, and essentially, I mean, continue doing this lawn on a Wednesday. Because normally I do this on Thursday. Is I'm going to have to do this one, arrange it a little bit earlier in the day. There where it won't be an issue. But last couple weeks I've been kind of just doing this one on Wednesday and going, you know what, I got room, I'll do it, fit it, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. But the problem is always that traffic. But if I do it early in the morning, then I'll avoid that traffic. So I might move this one to Thursdays permanently because I've got, Wednesdays permanently because I have more space on Wednesdays. This, at least right now. That last large house that I did, that I had 3 properties there last year on the Wednesdays. So 2 of them I no longer do. So it's just the one. So that's opened up some space, and hopefully those will be filled in the next couple weeks. All right, got everything. Here we got full bars on this one. So welcome back if you're joining me again from that last large house. So yeah, I might do that. I might just add this lawn to Wednesdays from now on, but I'd have to do it in the morning, like the second or third house, which is fine. That's the nice thing about the root density that I have, is that I could do it. Like this would take less than 5 minutes to drive to if it was in the morning. Even if it was from where I was last house, where right now it took me 15 minutes because of the traffic at the end of the day, which is weird because I always thought, isn't the Dolly Parton song 9 to 5, working 9 to 5? But it's like after 3 o'clock, everybody's going home already. This is a really rough lawn. Very much utility style cut. Lots of weeds, tons of moss, lots of drainage issues. But it's just, hey, just cut it. That's all they want. No fertilizers, no aerations, none of that. Just cut it. And to be honest, they probably wouldn't mind if I mowed it every 2 weeks instead of weekly. But I mow everybody weekly, so let me know if the audio is working still again on this one. It's weird, the streaming app, I first tried to connect and then it said something about not being able to bind. And then I noticed like the comments are not in the same spot on the screen. It does this weird kind of like glitch if I do one stream after another stream. It's kind of weird. Can't even see where the comments are on this. Oh, it's at the bottom right now. Weird. Little comment window. And it shouldn't be. The other thing I noticed the other day when it did the same kind of little thing was it was showing the comments actually on the live stream, like on the actual video, which is weird. It's an option, but I have it turned off. But when it glitches out, it does it. But obviously, there's no need for that when you have the comments in the comment window. It just kind of takes up screen real estate. Oh, there's a rope up top. Somebody's dog is not happy. Oh dang, I just noticed through the fence there next door is like a jungle. Doesn't look like it's been cut yet this year. And if you leave any comments or anything, I'll try to get to them when I can see the screen a little bit better. So much moss. Glasses off. All right. We got 3 people watching. Welcome. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, and where you watching the last live stream and came and joined this one. hopefully we got enough battery on the mower. I only have the one battery left. And we're down to 3 bars. 3 bars. And I did not bring another one. I forgot on the last visit home to grab a spare. But I'm hopeful that we will be able to make it through on 3 bars. Still mowing at that 2.5 on the rear, 2.5 inches on the rear, about 2 inches on the front, I think it is. So that gives me about 2.25. I like mowing with a nice bit of the deck pitched down in the front, if possible. Some mowers you can't do that, where they are, like 1-point height adjustment stuff, and you just gotta mow. But it can really help in certain situations. I've also even noticed it on some like large zero turns. I know Xmark had that as a feature on one of their zero turn mowers, where you can adjust the pitch of the deck. It does help when bagging or mulching to have the rear of the deck slightly higher. This house next door is like, what are they doing here? Mowing the lawn or anything like that. The backyard is horrible looking through the fence. Be one of those ones that either Phil's Lawn Care or SB Mowing would want to tackle. That's a big pine cone. Big pine cone. Just got chopped in half. Here's the speed of it. Man, this lawn is so bumpy. The mower is just like whoop, 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 whoop. Really rough, this one. Let's move this stick for now. Branch. Watch that. Let me know if you have any comments. I'm gonna whip through this one just because I have a spare battery. Even though I know that it should be no problem, it just always makes you feel uneasy. It would be the same as forgetting the spare battery, even though you start off with like a full tank, would be the equivalent of forgetting the jerry can. Even though you may have filled your mower up in the morning, or and know that you can get through the day or whatever part normally, just not having it, even though you never need it, it's one of those things I'd much rather have a spare battery, knowing that I'll probably never need it on a particular route, than to not have it. Yeah, man, I don't know what the heck, how I forgot it, but I did. But I think we're okay. We're almost done the front yard, and we're still at 3 bars. Just going to empty it out. Almost full. Looks pretty good, considering it's a pretty rough looking lawn. Actually striped pretty good too. Look at that. It looks pretty nice. For a lawn that gets no fertilizer or this one next door is like jungle. Now that you guys that follow my content, you recognize the house behind there? That's the original farmhouse that I mowed for the last few years. That house there actually owned all of this property. All these other houses were a part of their farm at one point. And I had that as a client for the last 4 years or so. That property there. And then they sold it last year. The mother who lived in the house was like multi-generational. I was apparently the first person in like 4 generations of the family to mow that lawn. It wasn't, sorry, 4 generations outside of 4 generations of family. I was the first non-family member to basically mow that lawn. The son, whose mom was living in that house, lives in the house right here, next door, and still lives here. But they had to sell the other property since the mom was no longer living. So they literally sold the old farmhouse. Must be kind of weird for them to have basically, you know, grown up in that farmhouse and then had multi-generations, grandparents and stuff that started there. And then they moved, bought the house behind it, which would have originally been their land anyways, and to live there, and then now to have to sell the original farmhouse, but still be living next door to it. Got a comment. Let's see, it's Matthew's back. Hello, Matthew. Is this the lawn we're doing? Is the lawn we're doing a date earlier? No, I wouldn't have done this lawn a day earlier. Oh, yeah, sorry. I got confused. I thought you were saying, is this the lawn I was doing one day earlier, as in like yesterday? Yes, this is the lawn I'm doing a day earlier. This is normally on my Thursday route. I'm doing it on Wednesday because I've got more space on my end of my Wednesday route from that other neighborhood that I was in, that big property. So last year on Wednesday, I was doing 3 of those properties, and it was exhausting. At any rate, one of them moved. The other one, I was talking about in the beginning of that video, that last live stream, that I just didn't want to do it anymore, the drainage issues and stuff. So I basically gave that one up. That was the one that I had to have a key, and it was like a maze to get in there, and stairs and stuff, trying to get the turf tracer and stuff. And so anyways, I gave that one up. So I'm just down to that one that I did in that particular street. So of course, as you can imagine, because those were 3 bigger properties, those took up my whole afternoon. So it's opened up some space for this year. So as of right now, I've got some room on the Wednesday. So I thought, I'll do this Thursday one. I've been doing some quotes as well. And it's still a little bit early, but quotes are coming in. So I'll have I got the Wednesday that I can fill, or I can just reorganize some lawns and kind of change up days. If say I get a lawn that's better on a Thursday, and I can move ones on a Wednesday, because the root density is pretty good. Normally, like if this was like normally in the middle of the day, in the morning, even early afternoon, from where I was at that last house, it would take me about 5 minutes to get here. But because it's 3 o'clock, or after 3 o'clock, the traffic is already just dumb. So it took me 15 minutes. Or that's crazy for the distance. It's like a couple kilometers. Maybe 2 or 3 kilometers. Some of the issue with because this was like farmhouses before, rural, but now it's like dense and turning into very urban kind of a mix. The roads around here, main corridors, are still only like 2 lanes. One going one way, one going the other way. So you get the density of a bunch of townhouses, row homes and things. So there's the backyard of this one. Wasn't too bad for the drainage today. It hasn't rained in a couple weeks. It rained on the weekend, but it was very light. And it hadn't rained in a few weeks prior. So we did make it. 2 bars left on the battery. Actually, even mow another one if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to. Well, actually, that's a lie. I am going to mow another one, but it's going to be my own lawn. My own front lawn needs a mow. I've got one of the robotic mowers in the back lawn, so I don't need to mow my back lawn ever. I just do some trimming here and there. But my front lawn I still do the mowing once a week. Getting a low battery warning, 20%, we've got plenty. That's plenty to finish off. It's like somebody, a homeowner over there using a Greenworks battery powered backpack blower. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on that. This touch screen's not working, here we go. Telephoto. Cleaning all the cherry blossoms off his driveway. Looks like a Greenworks backpack blower. Battery powered. Alright. Get my gloves. I think I need some new gloves, eh? Getting worn out there. I always wear gloves when I'm cleaning out the bottom of the deck. Especially, you never know. With those dog poops sometimes that you come across. Don't want to be touching the bottom of the deck without some gloves on. Two bars left on that battery should be more than enough to do my front lawn of my own house. I tell you, it's nice not having to mow my back lawn after mowing everybody else's lawns. I would love to set up the robotic mower in the front lawn and not have to mow at all, but I just worry about somebody coming along and scooping it, even though it's completely useless to somebody else because it's locked to your account. But most people don't know that. They would just think that it's be able to be used until it's like really popular. Like I think in Norway, I've heard that robotic mowers are like the norm. They're like 80% of houses have robotic lawnmowers. So in a situation like that, then it wouldn't be an issue having the mower in the front because everybody would kind of know how they work, and neighbors having some fun with another neighbor's dogs. I obviously recognize them. Very friendly. Alright, let's finish this one off. It's 3:46. I'm going to wrap it up for the day. Except for my own lawn, of course. I want to go home and do that one. Might as well on the Wednesday. since I've got a lighter schedule at the moment. It's always the calm before the storm. Grass is starting to grow. Hell month is getting underway with the amount of growth and all that, but the beginning of the season is always kind of that little bit of that calm as replace some clients. I was actually thinking too that instead of replacing clients, kind of leaving it wide open and maybe trying some of these maybe like tall grass type jobs. I used to do so many of those. Never filmed them, of course, because it was like 20 years ago. But that big chunk of glass, they have colored glass in the garden. Oh, that's cool. Super pretty. So yeah, not bad for a rough looking lawn. We got a dozen people watching. That's got to be a record for me for a live stream. Shows you that. Just put a rope. They've got a rope up there for just keeping it closed. But yeah, see, that mower didn't do too bad in terms of stripes. It's actually pretty good for the Crest battery mower. That's going to wrap it up, I think, for this one. I get to head home a little bit early today. And, God, look, we're still at 2 bars left on this. 1 bar left on that one. 1 bar left on that one. Still showing 2 bars on that one, so that's probably going to change pretty quick to 1 bar. That's pretty impressive, considering I still have those batteries in from yesterday. So those Forge batteries are pretty darn impressive. And that's just two 8 amp hour Forge batteries. Again, just small jobs. Obviously, if I was doing blowing off for an extended period of time, like that person there, then I would, the batteries obviously wouldn't last for that as many houses as I do. But because I'm doing just quick little bursts here and there. Oh, hello. How are you? Taking a rest, taking a break, using the trailer for some support. Old guy scared me coming around the corner. It's like silent. Oh. All right, let me flip this around. Whoa, there we go. So that is that live stream. Is that three live streams? I think I did 3 live streams today. That's pretty crazy. Just kind of a random pick of 3 different houses there. A large house, a small corner. Well, the first one we started off with was a small corner lot. And then that one had like lots of edging and stuff to do. Then that second one was a big property, about roughly 3 to 4 houses worth of my regular houses in that one property. And then this one was just average utility cut, rough lawn, nothing fancy about it, but yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of the mix of lawns that I do on a daily basis. I don't see any other questions from everybody, so I'm probably just going to wrap it up here so I can head home and go mow my own lawn, mow my own front lawn at least. Like I said, the back lawn is nice because I got one of the robots out there doing the back lawn each day, so that's really handy, especially because the dog goes out in the backyard and does his business or does her business out there. So it's easier to clean up after her with the lawn always being cut on a daily basis. It's nice and short, so it's easy. I go out there and usually midway through the day, I'll stop off at home to use the washroom and stuff, and then I'll go out there, pick up her poop from that day, and then let the robot mower loose so it can mow, and then go back to work, and it's mowing my lawn while I'm mowing other people's lawns, so that's kind of nice. But the front lawn, I haven't set the mower out there yet. I will do some tests and stuff with those robot mowers. I got 2 different models that I can try out to see which ones kind of work the best with finding. They're both RTK style mowers, so using GPS signal to get around the house. I want to do some tests and stuff with that. But on a daily basis, I don't think I'd have the robot mower again, just because of theft. Worrying about that out there. Again, in places like Norway and stuff where they're really popular, you don't really have to worry about the robot mowers getting stolen because everybody knows they can't be used by anybody else. They're locked. It's kind of like your iPhone, kind of being locked to you, and locked to your iCloud account. It's kind of the same kind of theory, and the fact that most of these robot mowers have GPS tracking and alarm sirens and stuff. But it's just that they're not popular yet, so most people don't know that. So, your average, thief that is working by opportunistic thief who walks by and maybe sees a robot mower might think that he can steal it and use it or whatever, but so that's the only thing I worry about with that. Whereas in countries where it's very popular now, everybody knows that that's not an issue, and or that they can't be used, and they have alarms and GPS and all that sort of stuff. So I guess it's less of an issue in those types of places. At any rate, that's it for this one, guys. It's the end of the day for me. At least get off a little bit early. It is 3:54, so almost 4 o'clock. I'm gonna head home, unload equipment, and mow my front lawn. And then that'll be it for the day. So tomorrow, Thursday, weather's supposed to be good. So can probably do some more live streaming tomorrow as well while I'm out some client properties. Planning on taking the Navigator out. So I'll be able to do those in the afternoon and some smaller lawns with the battery equipment in the morning. The only problem is the morning lawns is always in the neighborhood that's tricky for reception. Cell reception completely drops off on some of those neighborhoods over there for some reason. So I'll just have to play it by ear for tomorrow. So thanks for joining me, guys. Enjoy your evening, the rest of the day, and we'll catch you in the next potential live stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that it lets you know right away when I hop onto these impromptu live streams on a daily basis. All right, guys, we'll catch you next one.